Hi, I'm Bob Phillips and welcome. The authors would like to share some great ways to use the Sound Innovation Creative Warm-Up books in the online environment. A great resource that comes free with the book is the SI online platform, which includes audio and video resources. Let me show you how easy that is to use. Go to sionline.alfred.com on any device that has internet access, including your smartphone. Then type in the 5-digit code you'll find in the lower left-hand part of the back cover. You can see that the contents are organized by level. And within each level, there are individual tracks and videos. Just click the icon and play. It's so easy. And the best part is there's no complicated sign-in for your students. Here are 3 ways your students could be assigned to practice with the audio files. You can see I've chosen Creative Warm-Ups C major scale with drone. The audio plays as normal. Now, if I'd like to speed or slow that down, I go to the Advanced button, and I can go ahead and play again, but I could hit it at 1.5 times, 2 times, or take it down to 0.7 times, slowing it down. Another great feature is that I can do the loop in and loop out. Let me demonstrate that for you. Now the audio will play exactly the part of the exercise over and over again that the student selects. Remember that smartphones are the great leveler in America. Almost all families have access to a smartphone. And now let me introduce Dr. Kirk Moss.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kirk Moss, and Level 1 is all about intonation and how to help great listening skills with your students. Students can work on intonation listening at home without having a live ensemble. There's 7 different intonation exercises per key to practice, and all of them have audio. Here's an example of the audio for intervals in C major. You can assign students to work on each exercise at home with an audio track to develop their listening skills. You can also have students watch the video that goes with each of the C major exercises. Watching the video allows students to see how the pros use their bows to play it.
At each fermata point, the players are going to listen and make sure they eliminate any beats or out of tune playing.
And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Stephen Benham.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Benham. Level 2 is all about rhythm, and we introduce the concept of macro and micro beat, or the big beat and the little beat, so that students can internalize both the macro beat and also subdivide into micro beats. These are great pages to have students work on at home, both singing, clapping, or even playing on their instrument. There's a great drum loop audio that they can use to practice with. Here's an example of how that works on some of the exercises on page 20. You can assign students to clap, sing, clap and sing, or to play each 2-bar example, then the whole line, and then the whole page while playing the audio. You can even ask students to play each bar on a new scale degree, or perhaps even to change notes during various rhythm patterns. So you can see how Bob Phillips there was clapping along. You can also use smart music to play and record the students with the background beats and have them, of course, send that to you via smart music, and you can use that as an assessment tool. It works really, really well. Level 3 explores bowing fluency and choreography. Some people ask, what's bowing choreography? Well, that's how the bow moves, all the actions and decisions that we make about where to put the bow, at what point on the string, and what part of the bow to use based on the musical demands. The parts of the bow video that would be really crucial for students to watch online would be things where they could see how to place the bow, how much bow to use, and so on. This would help them in their progressively difficult bowing fluid exercises. And they're really self-explanatory videos and could be done independently at home.
The whole bow goes from frog to tip. The bow can be divided into two parts, from frog to the middle and from middle to the tip. It can also be divided into three parts. The lower third of the bow from frog to the 1/3 point, the middle third of the bow from the 1/3 point to the 2/3 point, and the upper third of the bow from the 2/3 point to the tip.
As you can see, these videos are really self-explanatory and very clear. So even if you're not a string player by training, you can still understand how to distribute the bow and how to help your students. I now would like to introduce Matt Turner.
Hi, I'm Matt Turner. Level 4 focuses on creativity. The Chaconne exercises are perfect for working on improvisational skills at home. There is a classical, Latin, rock, and jazz version of the Chaconne. The video demonstrates the tune with each player taking a turn improvising. Students can play through the riff examples, and then using a suggested scale can improvise with the audio. This is a great time to use the loop feature to take a solo during the improvisation section. You can even use the speed function to improvise at slower and faster speeds. Kirk Moss is now going to talk about the Taksim portion.
The Taksim is a terrific way to engage students and foster their creativity while introducing non-Western music. Once students have gone through the progressive steps that lead to drone-based improvisation, there's an audio recording for Taksim in 7 different keys. Assign students to use these Taksim as a warm-up each day at home. Taksim meet listening, intonation, creativity, and world music learning outcomes. And now, Bob, tell us more about smart music.
Smart Music is a fantastic tool for online teaching and learning. All lines in the book are included. To learn more, there is a great tutorial called the Smart Music Academy. Here's what it looks like. In Smart Music, students can play any line in the book, and the software will assess which notes and rhythms were played correctly and receive a performance score while listening to the recording of themselves. The scores and recordings can be sent to you for evaluation. Students can evaluate their performance and submit it. The software also has a built-in metronome, tuner, and allows students to loop sections. Both teachers and students can see each other's written comments on every assignment and student recording. Included are 150 method books, 5,400 ensembles, and thousands of solos. All the repertoire is a great resource for students to have for either personal exploration or assigned as class projects in the online environment. The orchestra repertoire will allow you to have them work on orchestra pieces even if it's not possible to physically be together in an ensemble.
Each of us can think of a teacher who made a difference in our lives. Sometimes that teacher was our music teacher. That's what brings us together as a community. Sound Innovations and SI Online can help equip you so you can make that lasting difference in the lives of your students too.